Okay, another question. In the last 12 months, our team have successfully achieved Class Q planning on over 40 dwellings. Are there any projects that you yourself have particularly enjoyed working on, and why?
Another good question.
Thank you.
I think that there's definitely. I mean, I'm not. I don't think I'll perhaps maybe talk about specific projects, but there's two different types, and we have sort of already covered this a little bit. I love working on Class Qs where they're going to build it themselves, because it gives them. Class Q is something that is an opportunity to build in the countryside where we'd never ordinarily get planning permission.
Yeah.
And there are some locations where you've got children that want to live near parents, or talking grown-up children.
Yes.
Not saying your 5-year-old goes
and then
out,
the grandchildren.
yeah, that's right.
Yes,
Exactly.
yeah.
So you've got children, or you've got grandparents that you want to have live nearer, or something like that.
Yeah.
But you'd never get planning for a house. Or perhaps we've just done one for a client. He wants to stay near home, but he wouldn't meet a rural workers justification. He's in a different job. But he'd like to be around and family near grandparents and so on. So they're brilliant because there's genuine personal value to those clients, and I think that's lovely to be able to see that come to fruition. The other ones from a sort of more commercial point of view that I enjoy doing is the thing that we just talked about, is where you get a Class Q for 4 or 6 in 1 or 2 or 3 sheds on a farm, but then we go back in and we build a scheme out of that, and we put together a new build scheme, or partly conversion and partly new build, but purely with a view to seeing how much we can make that site worth for their clients.
Yes.
Or sometimes we do it for ourselves. And I really like that sort of on a commercial challenge of thinking of this site backwards. How's this going to work? What's the flow, the garden? Where's it facing? Sunsets? Where are people going to want to sit and eat? And all those sorts of things that you work backwards to just develop a genuinely good scheme, which actually you've taken a tin shed and changed it into something that's worth several £100,000. And so from a commercial point of view, that's a much longer process. We're talking 12 to 18 months of taking that all the way through. But you can add so much value.
Yeah. And actually, some of these barns are not usable for modern agriculture. And you are potentially then creating some more affordable housing in rural areas.
And I think that's why they brought the Class Q in the first place, was to do exactly that. And I think that's probably why they've changed it to being 10 smaller dwellings.
Yes.
So as that it's that.
It does that.